It's time to take a look at the top 10 Minecraft food and cooking mods of 2022. As always, this is actually part 2 and you can see part 1 linked down below for 10 awesome cooking mods not featured in this one. Number 10, Birds Foods. This simple and straightforward mod is for adding more food to the game without the overwhelming addition of a ton of new crops and drops or random items. This mod brings over 250 new food items, all of which are edible and can be crafted through vanilla means. Recipes that are balanced and as logical as possible, offering small bonuses that offer more than just filling up your hunger bar. You'll witness everything from soups, stews, sandwiches, pies, burgers, tacos, curries, noodles and pastas for the savoury foods, including vegetarian and vegan types, as well as sweet desserts too, and many more miscellaneous items. As for drinks, there's juices, teas and alcoholic beverages, meaning this mod is for food and drinks also. When the food tops you up to max hunger, you'll get a bonus called Well Fed, and your saturation and hunger loss will be slowed for a short period of time. Only foods in this mod can offer this buff. Number 9, Sandwichable. The sandwich is a fabulous invention. There are so many sandwiches. My personal home favourites are egg or tuna mayonnaise, and there's some pretty amazing packaged store-bought ones in the UK. Not something that can be said for the rest of Europe though, in my opinion. This fabric mod is for adding completely customizable sandwiches to Minecraft that lets players make sandwiches using a sandwich table block. First you'll have to gather some bread which you can slice up on a cutting board and optionally toast it in a redstone powered toaster. Next up you gather your ingredients which you can slice up to restore more hunger, and right click the right and stack the ingredients upon the sandwich table, which will actually let you make it as tall as you want before you top it off with the last bread slice. Sneak and right click on this sandwich table and you can then grab the finished product, which you can place by doing the same thing on the block or choose to eat it. Number 8, Diet. This one is perfect mainly for those mod pack creators, yet it can be used in other scenarios. For the creation and management of diets and dietary food groups, you can use this mod which covers 5 classical food groups being fruits, grains, vegetables, proteins and sugars. This highly configurable mod lets you define different food groups, classifications and dietary effects granted from them. These food groups represent different types of foods which are eaten in game, with each having a value from 0 to 100% depending on how much the player has chosen to eat from that group. Dietary effects are custom rewards or penalties which are applied based upon the configured food group's values. Number 7, Nears. For some interesting new fruit variants from within the new Crimson and Warped Forest biomes within the Nether, look at this specific mod. Near features Nears and Fars, new food offerings that grow upon bushes which can be grown from seeds which are acquired from breaking special roots of Crimson and Warped roots. These food items can then be used to make a variety of different foods dependent on your personal needs, with many subject to future change. You can gather soul berries from your soul bushes, and soul seeds can also be gathered from chests within nether fortresses. Number 6, Dimensional Edibles. Based upon an older mod called End Cakes, this mod is one that introduces not only the end cake but some more unexpected variants. The end cake functions the same as the original end cake from the Dimensional Cake mod, and it uses a new custom made texture, and it will take you on a one-way trip to the end if you decide to be a glutton and eat it. The nether cake variant will transport you to the nether at 0 coordinate values when you try it. The overworld cake functions exactly as you would presume, letting you transport yourself to the normal world. These cakes are very useful to warp to and from each dimension on demand if you are not near a portal at any given time. For single use teleportation, there's also different apples which function mostly the same, the Ender, Nether and Overworld apple. This mod is fairly configurable. For an example, you can actually add your own cakes and apples if you want to within this mod, and you can use them in a mod pack, and you can edit the fuel a cake will use, the teleportation coordinates the player is transported to, and enable and disable which ones you wish to be utilized or not. Number 5, Karat Garden. You will find different unique carrot seeds that drop when grass is broken in this mod, just like what happens when grass is broken and you acquire wheat seeds. You can then use these different seeds on the varied vanilla ores and ore blocks or upon tilled dirt, with each carrot granting a different potion effect. There's 2 craftable carrots, with the main use of one of them being to make the ultimate carrot, one you cannot eat but will offer wither immunity whilst in your inventory. Number 4, Pams Harvestcraft 2 Food. Pams Harvestcraft 2 is broken down into many different sub-mods to make up the full experience. For the food, we'll be covering both the food core and the food extended sub-mods. Being the first mod, the food core adds an additional 120 plus new food types to the game that will use standard vanilla ingredients with some generic recipes that will work with any fruit or vegetables in any mod that's tagged correctly. For an example, using wheat, you can make everything from toast to pasta, noodle soup, or pumpkin cupcakes. With milk, you can make cream, yogurt, chocolate ice cream, or even butter. Cocoa will let you make chocolate bars or rolls, and eggs can be made into mayonnaise or different methods of cooking them. The food extended mod one-ups this by bringing another 400 plus new foods, using the crops and fruit trees from the other sub-mods of Pam's Harvestcraft 2, which are the crops and trees mods. This means that although the food core uses vanilla ingredients, the food system and its offerings are greatly expanded upon with the food extended mod, as it actually uses the other content from Harvestcraft 2 mods. Number 3, XL Food mod. This mod is a humble remake of the Baked Goods mod, a mod that will introduce a bunch of both new foods and also crops to the game. 8 new crops, 150 plus new food items, new cakes, new ores, and some new flowers to be more specific. You can use vanilla flowers to make vanilla extract, which can then be turned into vanilla cream. Rock salt can also be found spawning underground, which can be gathered. For traditional grains and fruits, you can grow and collect rice, pepper, corn, cucumber, lettuce, onion, tomato, and strawberry plants, some which can be made into things like butter rice, fried rice and rice bread, or hot sauce or tomato sauce. You can create fast food too, like slices of pizza, kebabs, burritos, tacos, and tortillas, or more basic Western food items like hot dogs, hamburgers, and buns, or Asian food like sushi. There's literally every food in this mod that you could imagine, and it really expands and unlocks the potential of Minecraft's food system. Number 2, the Spice of Life. Dietary variety is encouraged in this mod through diminishing returns, meaning eating the same thing over and over will offer fewer effects and restore a lower amount of hunger over time, meaning eating the same thing constantly may not be the right move anymore. Of course, you can configure the options to your satisfaction or change the formula that it utilizes if you so wish. There's food values displayed upon the food using the Apple Skin API mod, which is recommended, which will showcase the nutritional value and the frequency of it being eaten. Number 1, Culinary Construct. You can make custom sandwiches and different bowls or stews with any food item that you have laying around with the Culinary Construct mod. Based off of community ideas, this mod adds a new block called the Culinary Station that lets you make this custom food, as well as the modular sandwich and bowl of food items. You'll just need the station itself to get started with food crafting, which will offer a GUI interface upon interaction where a bread or bowl is inserted first, followed by 5 possible ingredients, a custom name which can be entered and applied, and then the food, be it a sandwich or bowl, which is then outputted into the final slot. Crafted food will gain the total combined food value of each and all of its containing ingredients, and the saturation modifier will be the average of all of its ingredients' saturation values, proportional to their contribution to the value of the final food, meaning eating this custom food will be the same as eating everything that you put into it all at once, which makes sense. Making the perfect food is important, and the variety of ingredients is meaningful here. Crafted food has a culinary quality which is measured from disgusting to delicious, and depending on this quality, your food will either gain a bonus or a penalty to the saturation, which is also dependent on its size. Using more ingredients in your food will help to widen this range. And that's going to conclude the top 10 food and cooking mods of 2022. Make sure to check out part 1 from last year in the link in the description below, and tell me which of these 10 food mods is your favorite and why, and feel free to also suggest any down below which I didn't feature here. Thanks for watching. YouTube says 97% of you are not subscribed, so if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications and slap the like button for more Minecraft mod videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.